This is the free web host login page. Fill in all the information. I go with the free subdomain. You can add the one you pay for right up above. Add your name, email, password information, security, all that fun stuff. Click here, create your account. Once you create your account, you should be able to member site. You should have your own domain name. This is mine. At this point, you want to go to the control panel. In the control panel, you're going to want to scroll down until you see MySQL. Click there. You're going to want to create your database name and a username and a password. I use blog, and for username blog1. Use your own password and create database. Once you create your database, you want to take this information, copy and paste it to a notepad. It's very important. Now that we've done MySQL and got a database going, I want to show you guys the difference between WordPress.com and WordPress.org. This setup is for using WordPress.org. .com is very simple, free. WordPress does it all for you on WordPress.org. You can do certain things, one of them being the Wibia plugin. You have no plugin access at the .com version. At the .org version, you have a lot more flexibility, a lot more creativity options. So make sure you're going to WordPress.org when you get there. Download. Alright, so we've had some questions on downloading WordPress. I use the Google Chrome. When I download it, my download button is in the bottom left hand corner of my screen. When I hit that, I'm using WinRAR, WinRAR. I then want to take my WordPress and extract to. You want to create a folder on your desktop to extract WordPress to. And when you do that, you pick that folder, you hit OK. And I already did it, so I'm not going to do that. And once you do that, you wait for it to load, and then you're ready. Next step after you got WordPress downloaded is to find an FTP client. I'm using FileZilla. If you want to use FileZilla, you just follow the appropriate download instructions. Make sure you get all this loaded nice and clean. Once you do, you should end up getting a FileZilla icon, which will pop up for you to use. And then this is going to be our next step. This is a very important step. You need to take this information that you see here and put it in a notepad or just have it readily available, because you're going to take this and populate it in your configuration for WordPress. So go to your WordPress file, open it up, go into WordPress. You're going to look for wp-config. When you do this, you're going to see wp-config-sample. You're going to want to open the dash sample version. You're just going to edit it. And when you go into edit it, you're basically going to be editing 4 segments: the database name, user, password, and host. The name, user, host all comes from this information. That's the database, that's the user, that's the host. You're going to cut and paste each one individually and put it in the appropriate area. For the name, in between parentheses, user, host, and the password for what you have to do. So once you do that, you're going to save this notepad file. When you save it, you're going to save it, the sample, as wp-config. Take the sample part off, leave that here, and then now you're going to. Alright, now I'm going to open the FTP client and load information. If you have FileZilla and you go here for the host, you can take your web host information, I take the domain, I highlight and I copy and I paste into the host. And I take the user and I paste into the user. And then this password is not the password from this area, it's actually the password that you copied to your notepad. Your port is always 21 and you connect. Click connect. As you do that, you're gonna see this area become populated. You should see a public HTML. Once you got your FTP manager going, you go into your public HTML folder. It should pop up right up here. Within this directory, you can create a directory, and that's where you want to create a new one called blog. You hit OK, and then it's going to pop up right here, and that's where you're going to download all your WordPress files. You're going to pop it right in that folder, and that's how you're going to have the link pop up. Alright, once you hit quick connect and you've loaded everything, you should see a public HTML. You open that up, you should see the blog that you created. Open that up, and this is under this blog area. What you want to do is then take everything you have in your WordPress file, highlight them all, and then drag them right into this file area. And what's going to happen is you're going to load all your WordPress information, the admin content, everything. It's going to take about 15 minutes. What's going to happen is it's going to take you to your blog site, if you already have one. If you don't, it's going to take you to a login site for wordpress.org, and all you have to do is fill in your information. Once you get there, you're going to be able to get to your WordPress dashboard. And here, you'll notice, if you went into appearances, right below that, you'll see plugins. And this is how you know you've done the correct installation, and now you can start doing much more.